The Converse Dazed Emerging Artists Award with the Whitechapel is in its second year, and it's an open submission art prize that's for British or British-based artists under the age of 35 who are not represented by galleries. I think that people at Dazed felt there was a real gap for something that celebrated and helped young emerging artists. And before the age group for something like the Turner Prize, there's no award out there really for young artists who are unrepresented by galleries to gain recognition by people within that industry. So we felt it was a really important space that was waiting to be filled. We had really good judges this year. Sadie Coles from Sadie Coles Gallery, Darren Fluke from the Hotel Gallery, Kirsty Ogg from the Whitechapel, who was supporting the whole exhibition, and the exhibition took around the corner, myself, or a young curator called Paul Peroni, who's brilliant and who does Space Studios, and an artist, Eva Rothschild. So we were really happy with the kind of breadth of approach that everyone within that panel took, and their very, very different tastes in art. I think more than anything, it's always the action of applying is always an intelligent thing to do, because it helps you bring in your mind a clearer idea of what your work is when you're trying to explain it to another individual. And I think that helps you as an artist in some way. Even if you don't win, even if you don't make the shortlist, it still makes you keep justifying your practice, which has got to have a positive effect on what you do, because that's part of what the art world is. So even if one person more sees your work, the people putting together the shortlist, it's still a positive thing. I and the rest of the panel all look at art every single day, I'm sure, of our lives. So when we were looking for the applications and the new artists, we were looking for something that was surprising and original, and also technically skillful and interesting, and felt like you hadn't seen it before. Someone that you felt was investing in their relationship with being a serious artist. So there was, like, it's very much fine art in terms of the approach, but a huge breadth of medium. I think that the group show and the nominees are just as valuable as the actual winner of the prize in this case. I think the aim is really to show that there's really interesting work that you wouldn't necessarily see unless you were going to every single gallery or strange small group show. But it's all about giving young artists opportunities, and that's what I think is so successful with what we do. It's only the second year of the prize, and already artists have been represented by galleries afterwards, have been brought up by big collectors like Saatchi. We had curators from places like the Gagosian turn up and see the show. International artists have been seeing it. There's a real kind of positive response. Getting the gallery is almost an alchemical process of luck. So getting your work seen is a really positive thing, and if an open submission art prize is another way to do that, why not? Residencies are another form of that. Putting on your own group shows in your front room is another form of that. But I think we brought, Converse and the Whitechapel and Dazed really worked together to create something that was really professional and a great example of a lot of the contemporary work coming out of this country.